Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is your man, Big B, Brian Hanley. Welcome back to Steelers Almighty. This is the All-22 of the offensive line. We've got some plays in here that we are breaking down for you guys from the Steelers' victory over the Minnesota Vikings. Look, there was a lot of good plays by the Steelers' offensive line. Now, it wasn't perfect, but I will say there was a lot of good, and it was better this week than it has been better than any of the previous 3 weeks, people. So I want to make sure that we're clear on that the Steelers played well. It wasn't perfect, but sometimes it doesn't need to be perfect if you just give effort. So we're going to break all that down for you today. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, continue to get in the comments section. Tell us what you do and don't like. Always hit that notification bell so you know exactly when Steelers Almighty content comes out. Let's get into this, people. So first things first, Pittsburgh Steelers come out here in kind of a tight formation. Looks like that we are in 11 personnel, and we got our main man, Washington, split out. Steelers did a lot of that in this game where they split out. Now, if you notice, you go back, you look here, this is the very first play from scrimmage. You see Zach Frazier pointing. Vikings are moving all over the place. They're jumping up and down. They're rotating. They're moving over. Then guys get set, and you're looking, and they've got a lot of people at the line of scrimmage. I mean, you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys all at the line of scrimmage. You got to block them. You got to block them. We come out. We look, and immediately, before anything happens, you got the nose, and nobody blocks them. That can't be right. Something has to change. Now, I would say that it's the protection that has to change. Maybe bring Darnell Washington in, because the line, there's 5, and you got Gainwell 6. Now, if you want Wash to get out into, the pass pattern, I understand you got to squeeze everybody down, and you got to throw off of 15 because you got Gainwell already to one side. There's no reason to move him across the formation. Just squeeze everybody down, and Rodgers got to throw off of 15. You got to throw it. But one thing you cannot do, and that they do, you cannot let this man run free. It just cannot happen. And that's exactly what happens. And they're even running a stunt, which makes it even worse because basically 2 guys are going to come free. And it just is what it is. Again, they run a game. They fool us. And you can't have it happen. Look, it's just nothing you can do. I take that back. There is something you can do. You got to squeeze everybody down. You can't be sliding the line right or left. Because you slide right, okay, 15 bails out. Faitanu's got nobody. But if Zach Frazier stays home and you squeeze everybody down, it's not a problem. Siamalu squeezes down. Broderick Jones squeezes down. But you can't let the nose run free. There's no blocking scheme where the nose tackle's running free. It's just nothing. Nothing. It's an ugly play. I could go through it a million times. It doesn't really matter. You can't. Again, this was first play of the game, and I was like, here we go again. And I'm like you guys. You all thought the same thing. You're like, here we go. But it didn't end up that way. But this one was bad, people. This play was bad. All right. So we're in the first quarter. Steelers get the ball back, and now we're moving here. Now, here, again, a subtle thing that I pointed out in the report card. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. The Steelers did a ton, and I know they pointed this out. Spencer Anderson reported eligible. Darnell Washington, excuse me. The Steelers did a ton of that in this football game, ladies and gentlemen. A ton of it. 12 personnel, bring in the offensive lineman as the tight end, have him report eligible. Sometimes it's not about fooling people. Sometimes it's, hey, we want to run the football. We want to get as many people out there that can block as possible. And while we love Jonnu Smith and we love Pat Freiermuth, they just can't block. I mean, that's not their thing. They're pass catchers. They're not blockers. They try, but why not just put an offensive lineman out there where the Steelers did that? And also, help Broderick. Don't let him be out there by himself the whole time. Teams do it to the Steelers all the time. They help on TJ Watt and Herbig. They give those tackles constant help. Well, why can't we do that? Finally, they decided to. Toss play here. Love it. Now, I don't like McCormick, what he's doing. He's just standing up and he's walling off. I'd like to see, I mean, this is outside zone the opposite way. I'd like to see him just go take off and run and go block this guy. Because this is Faitanu's guy. Take off and go try to cut off the backside backer. Because the backside end's not making this play. And I love what Spencer Anderson did. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. First, Wash gets out there. Broderick's out there. Broderick's fighting. You see Broderick fighting. And isn't that what we've been asking from Broderick Jones? Just give us effort. Just give us some effort. Now, they slant into us. Guy here, he slants. They slant because we got support out here. So they slant into it, so it's to our advantage, but that's not our problem. Broderick sees it. See him there? He sees it, and he goes to the next level. Turns his head. Yes, Broderick. Great job. Great job. He's going to reach him. His guy goes inside. Siamalu, same thing. He's going to, oh, here he comes. I got to get him. Broderick turns his head. He runs there. Gets helped by Spencer Anderson, and we're off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. We're off to the races. Broderick fighting, not giving up on the play. How many times have we seen Broderick get to a certain point and give up? Doesn't do that here, people. Good for him. Good for him. Now, again, nobody boxed 55, but this is a 9-yard gain. If we're giving up plays, if we're giving up, okay, McCormick doesn't block the backside guy, that's fine, but that's 9 yards down the field. We're cooking with fish grease right here, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving. We're moving. Now, this one, power game right here. Look at our main man, Skoranek. You see Skoranek right here. Just pay attention to what he does. Pay attention to what he does on this play. You get Freiermuth in motion. Bam! Woo! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Now, here's the thing. He blocks the wrong guy because you're not having your wide receiver block the middle linebacker. That's just not what's going to happen. He's supposed to get here. But Skoranek goes down inside and said, nah, I like the action. Because we get right here, we get a double team here, and our main man, Broderick's supposed to come up and block there. But Skoranek's like, nah, let me get some of this action. Let me get some of this middle linebacker. Bam. So Broderick is there. You see him there. But Skoranek beats him to the punch. Skoranek's like, nah, let me go get some of this middle linebacker. I like it. I like it. I like it. Frazier doing his job. He almost lets the guy go, Jonathan Allen, go back the back door. But I like how he recovers. You see Frazier right here? He's got to reach, but he comes back door and almost gets out the back door on him. See, he's bent over. Not good position. But he recovers. And again, he's like, hold on, let me turn back. It's not a great job, but it gets the job done. It gets the job done. McCormick trying to reach. See, McCormick's problem is he's way too high. Now, he reaches the guy, but the guy gets into his midsection. I mean, a defender's in your midsection, you're too high. You're too high. But because he got play side, it's enough. It's enough. You know what I mean? It's enough. I don't like how Broderick's turning around and not hitting anybody. I get that it's the one. Go hit somebody else, man. Go find somebody else. You don't need to turn around while your running back's falling in the end zone. But look what Skoranek does. Look at Ben Skoranek. Give me some middle linebacker. I'm not done with you. I'm still not done with you. That's what I love. That's our wide receiver, ladies and gentlemen. That's our wide receiver. Right there. That is their middle linebacker. Saying, I'm going to punish you. I'm going to still punish you. And I'm not done until I damn near get you off the screen. Get up out of here. Goodbye, Siamalu. Nope. Get out of here, I told you. I love it. It's touchdown. It's good physical football play by the Steelers there. Now this one, again, got your tight end, have him help. There's nothing wrong with having your tight end. He can still go out. But let's see what happens. Now this is DK's 80-yard touchdown. First off, this is just a frozen rope by Aaron Rodgers. We get motion across. They're in man coverage. Get a little play action. Darnell does what tight ends have been doing to us. He gets off late, but just a little delayed chip. And why their linebacker, this is what Minnesota fans have been screaming, is that he goes and covers, but it appears to be man coverage, and he runs with Darnell Washington. Well, that leaves DK right there. You see him. Whoop. But let's go back to the snap. Offensive line. Broderick, good position. Like to see his hands be in a little bit better position, but his feet are. Now, his feet come off the ground because he's so high. If we could just get Broderick to bend his knees, that's half his problem. Effort and knee bend. But he's so big and athletic, it's a good job by him, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good job by him. See here, Siamalu still dropping that outside foot. He's still dropping it. And there's no reason for this leg to be dropping back. There's no reason. Even if the guy attacks that shoulder, you got to slide. He's got to slide. But he holds him off. Great job by Frazier here. McCormick, this guy goes inside. He doesn't want no part of him because they got a double team coming. Good job by Faetanu. Faetanu's in good position. Faetanu had a better game. Wasn't great, but it was a much better game. Now, we're going to play this. And again, we got to keep stopping it because YouTube will flag it. But look at our main man up here. Calvin Austin. Then DK basically credits him. Now look at Calvin Austin. Running. He's like, nope. I'm going to keep going. Running. Nope. I'm still going. I'm giving my man an escort. Look at the block. Now, if he doesn't block him right there, that's at the 15-yard line. This guy has the angle on DK. Just that effort right there, people. 60 yards down or 65 yards down the field, Calvin Austin throws a block so his team can score a touchdown. I'm just telling you. Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes that is what it takes. Again, 65 yards down the football field, Calvin Austin is down there trying to help his teammates score a touchdown. It's that kind of effort that we are going to miss now that he's out, but that we are going to need to continue to win football games, and that's what we got in this football game, ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding effort. Not everybody all around, but Calvin Austin, that block, because again, DK, the guy has the angle. He's going to hit him. Now, maybe he tackles him, maybe he doesn't, but if Calvin Austin doesn't make that block, we'll never know. We don't even have to know, because by the time the guy regroups, DK just trucks him into the end zone. which is what we wanted. Perfect. So on this one, here's what I want you guys to notice. Look at our man Darnell Washington and look at our man Broderick Jones. Now, Broderick Jones is listed at 315 pounds. Darnell Washington is bigger than him, and they keep saying that he's listed at 265. Is there any way that Darnell Washington is 265 pounds? Come on, man. Again, he's bigger than Broderick. Don't tell me he's 265. Don't tell me that Darnell Washington is anything less than 315 pounds. I'm just not going to believe it. I'm not going to believe it. Proof is in the pudding. Look at him. Do they look the same? Does that look like somebody that's 265 pounds sitting next to a guy that's 315 pounds? No. I just don't want to hear it anymore. I just don't want to hear that kind of nonsense anymore. But speaking of Broderick on this play, look, I say it all the time. Half the problem that I have with Broderick Jones is his effort. That's half the problem that I have with Broderick is just his effort that he doesn't necessarily give. Well, again, his pass set here is horrendous. It's horrendous. He's standing straight up. He stands up out of his stance. So he's in a good stance here. Stand straight up and look at his hands. Look at them. There they are. Right there. Outside. So already he's not punching and the defender gets into his chest. But he's in good position. Now this gets tricky because it could be called holding. A guy tries to go arm under, but Broderick's so strong, even though he's got his outside arm, which the ref could technically call holding here if he wants to, but he doesn't. And Broderick doesn't stay. How many times have we seen Broderick Jones in this position and he just quits? Like how often have we seen him get here and he just lets a guy, I'm done blocking. Doesn't do that here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, buddy. Now, it's holding. It is holding. I mean, that's holding. But I don't care. Yes, do we want his technique to get better? Yes, is this a horrible pass set? Yes. But you know what is outstanding on this play? His effort. Again, we can get a new O-line coach, hopefully, at some point, and get somebody to teach the kids some technique. But you can't teach effort. And here, he's showing the effort that we've seen a lack of. Just throw him to the ground. I'll take it. I'll take the fight. The technique is terrible. Let's be honest. It's all bad. But the effort is not. Faetanu on the other side, his technique is good. This is where the Steelers went to quick game and got the ball out of their hands. Again, you see Siamalu, it's been a problem all year. It's basically been a problem the last 2 years. He's in great position right here. Great position. But he always drops this foot. I just don't like guards that don't stay square. Because when you don't stay square, when they run those twists and those games up front, if you're not square, you can't pass it off. And you don't know when they're going to twist and when they don't. You'll see later in the game. I mean, hell, Minnesota twists so damn late, it's crazy. But get Darnell involved. I love it. Absolutely love it. But again, I'm going to go all the way back, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I'm one of the people online that get on Broderick Jones the most. But when he gives the effort, even though the technique is terrible, let's start with the effort. I've said that all along. Give me the effort. The technique, we can figure that out down the road. But we can't give you the technique if you won't try. Well, here, although it's holding, he's trying. Slam his ass on the ground. I'll take it, ladies and gentlemen. I will absolutely take it. All right, again, big boy football here. And now this one, you can see it even better. There's Wash. There's Spencer Anderson. There's Broderick Jones. You're telling me that Darnell Washington is 265 pounds? Stop it, ladies and gentlemen. Stop it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. He is absolutely not. But you know what I do like? I love this play, though. I love this play. Again, big boy football, they show A gaps. And we're like, okay. And what do Steelers do? They run outside. Now, Darnell gets off the ball late here, as you can see. He gets off the ball late because ball snapped. It seems like everybody gets off late. Ciamalos goes. Broderick goes. It's like dominoes. Then Spencer Anderson goes. Darnell still hadn't moved. My God. Aaron Rodgers has the ball, and he's about ready to pitch it, and Darnell Washington still hasn't moved. Come on, Wash. Come on, brother. You got to get going. You got to get going. It almost seems like it's intentional, which I know it's not. There's no way that it's intentional. But it almost seems like it's intentional that guys aren't moving. But look, Darnell still hadn't moved. And he is about ready to pitch, and he's just now moving. But it is what it is. Now, Ciamalu's always pretty good with his technique. See that right foot? It comes back. Wash got to do a better job here. He's got to do a better job there. That's not good enough. We talk about, hey, we could move Wash to left tackle. Well, first off, you got to get off on the damn snap. But then when you do, you have to block this guy. He gets handled right here. And I think it's because he doesn't get off on the snap. He doesn't get off on the snap, and his defender does. And then he initiates the punch. Well, Gainwell runs through the tackle, but if he doesn't run through the tackle, it's a stop. Now let's go. Spencer Anderson, he's out there. But Broderick, look at Broderick and Ciamalu right there. How many times do I say, hey, just stick with the double team. They'll run to you. The backers will run to you. Yeah, this is what happens here. They just stay on. Oh, and what happens? Eventually, now I'm sure the guy gets tripped up. That's not our problem. And he goes on the ground. Now on the backside, Zach Frazier doing yeoman's work. You look at Zach Frazier. He's got his linebacker. And then McCormick's got to do a better job here. I know they're slanting at the start, but he's got to throw that right arm through. See, he's a good spot right here. And you see this arm? He has just got to rip it through so that he can get his shoulders in front of the guy. But he doesn't. He doesn't go upfield enough, and he goes more lateral. And he doesn't run that. See, his arm's already behind. He doesn't run it through, and the guy gets in front of him. And his guy ends up making the tackle. Now, don't get me wrong. It's 9 yards down the field. So I already said, 9 yards down the field, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. But it is 9 yards down the field. So I like the play. I like Spencer Anderson. He gets out there. Little guy just runs away from him. He's like, I don't want any part of that. It's a good play right here. That's a good double by Broderick. Again, they will run to you. They will run to you. I would love for Broderick to come off and hit that guy. And he sees him, and you see him get frustrated at the end of this play. I'm like, okay, Broderick, you're 8 yards downfield, brother. See, he thinks that's his linebacker, but I'm like, you're okay. You're okay, man. You're okay, big guy. Look at Spencer Anderson. He just takes the DB and just literally takes him out of bounds. That's like the blind side. Y'all remember the blind side? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. You're okay, Broderick? It's a 9-yard gain. We can't be mad about 9-yard gains in the run game, ladies and gentlemen. No. Let's go to the next play. Here, not so good. Not so good. Move the formation. Our man Hayward's in the game. Giving some help to Broderick. I like it. Giving some help to Faitanu. I like it. We balance the formation here. And let's go. Toss play. Now, this is what I'm talking about from Broderick. This is what I'm talking about. So we'll start from left to right. Darnell Washington gets off a little off the snap, but look at his hands. Look at his hands. Look where they are right there. Outside. Outside. Even when you're blocking a guy outside, have some inside leverage. You got to have inside leverage, people. It just doesn't work. Because now he gets controlled, and look what his guy does. That's the difference. He gets controlled, and his guy folds off. Now, the biggest problem here is our main man, Broderick. First off, we got a double here. Doesn't step with the right foot. You got a double. Your man's right there. He steps with his left foot. Okay, fine. You get in position, but look how high he is right here. Look how high he is. And that's the problem. You come off super high, wrong foot, but okay. But now you see the guy, but you never bend your knees to it. And when you do, it's too late and you get blown up. Whew. That's not going to cut it, Broderick Jones. Like I said, every play wasn't great yesterday. Every play was not great, and this is not a good one. Gee, many Christmas. Yeah, that's not good. Siamalu does a good job. He gets help from Broderick. He seals. Zach Frazier, look what he does to his man. Lord have mercy. That nose, him and McCormick, they double. And to the ground you go, and you know Zach Frazier is going to be, he trips. Because otherwise, you know Zach Frazier will jump right on top of you. McCormick gets his guy. McCormick hit you late. I love it. Hit him late. Hit him late. Hit him again late. Yeah, I like it. But coming all the way back, come on, Broderick. I mean, and here's the thing. This is Caleb Johnson. Is like, where do you want him to go? Like, I see what he sees. You know? I see what Caleb Johnson sees. He's like, you know what? There's no reason for me to punch this. I get the ball right here, and he's not expecting Broderick to get driven back. He's like, you know what? I can run right in here. Here's my path. And once I get here, I'll be maybe cut here. I'll cut there. So I get it. I mean, he's not wrong here. He is not wrong. He's not expecting his left tackle to end up in his lap. See, he's not expecting for his left tackle for him to have to cut off him because his left tackle gets blown 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's not a good play, Broderick Jones. Again, it's not all, goody two-shoes out here, but we got to call it like we see it. We show the good with the bad. The good with the bad. Let's go to the next play. All right. So tackles are by themselves on this one. Rodgers looks like he's changing the routes. All right. We'll start from right to left. McCormick looks like they're possibly running a game, but they don't. McCormick's in good shape. Again, hate that his hand goes as outside. Look at that right hand. And he's trying to grab. I hate that it's out there. I wish it was more inside. You'd have more control. But his left one gets in there, and then he fights. He fights to get it in there. And eventually, he stonewalls the guy. Which is good. That's good. Now, McCormick, he's helping Frazier. And it doesn't look like their guy wants to rush. So they're just kind of standing there looking to help. Siamalu, it looks like they might have a game going on here, and they do. And this is what I talk about on the left side, dropping that left foot. But the game comes super late. It is real late. And maybe it's not a game. I don't know. Because this seems like it takes a long time. Broderick gets beat. But Broderick doesn't quit. How many times have we seen Broderick just quit on a play? He doesn't do that here. Look, he's lunging. Got it first. I mean, you notice it before I even say anything. Straight up and down. Can't block like that, man. Can't block like that. Can't move like that. Got to have some knee bend. It's just straight up and down. As it goes on, the guy spins inside because he's been watching film and says, you can beat Broderick Jones inside whenever you want to, but not here. Now, that left arm might be holding the guy, but Broderick doesn't quit on the football play, and he pushes him by. I'll take it. Siamalu's got Jonathan Allen, and he goes outside, but Siamalu's like, nope, I don't quit on the play. We're still going. I don't quit on the play. And that's why I like, look how far Broderick is. We can get mad at him, but not when he gives effort. Zach Frazier stays with it, and then Aaron takes off. He takes off, gets a first down. Broderick's trailing the play. Fumble. Now Broderick's looking to score. Broderick's trying to get a touchdown. Lord have mercy. Look, yeah, Broderick runs over a guy. He's like, I see the end zone. Broderick's like, no, buddy. I've been waiting for this. You get a fumble. Broderick gets it. I'm trying to score. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. A lot of hustle on this play by that young man. We crucify him when he's wrong. We crucify him when he's wrong. But you got to praise them when they're right. You got to praise them when they're right. So, and this is the correct play. Aaron Rodgers run. Aaron Rodgers got to slide, by the way. You got to slide, man. You got to slide. But I'll take it. I will take it. Get up out of here. There you go, Broderick. Aaron Rodgers like, whoo, yeah. You planned it. I get it. I get it. First down. First down. We'll take it. Broderick was looking for a touchdown, people. Let's go to the next play. Come out again and 12 personnel. Both tight ends. Spencer Hayward, tight end, in quotation marks. To the left, along with Broderick. Send motion across. Nobody goes with them. Like, okay, well, let's just run it. Zach gives the signal. Let's go. First thing you notice, backer blitz. You get a slant here, and you got to see it. Looks like Siamalu does actually see it, but you're going to get a slant here and right around there. He's creeping. Yep, they see it. And boom. Sometimes you just got to get in a guy's way. It's Zach Frazier. Sometimes you just got to get in a guy's way. He's snapping the ball. He sees it. Sometimes you just got to get in a guy's way, and he does. Siamalu sees it. Now, Broderick Jones comes off. He gets good push, but he gets a little narrow. See how narrow his feet get? But I'll take the effort. Again, I'll take the effort. His hand placement is all over the place, but I'll take the effort. And he drives. Now, again, they could probably call holding on this play. But they don't. So, again, I don't care. Our man McCormick, they got to double team him and Faitanu. Faitanu gets inside. Faitanu got to just stop looking at plays. Just block to the whistle. Stop watching. You know McCormick's going to block to the whistle. He's still blocking. He blocks another guy. It's a good cut by Gainwell. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes you got to help your O-line. Looking left. Nope. Go right. Let me jump out of some trouble here. I like the play. Again, it's just a old-fashioned, just a good, hard-nosed play. But I just like what Broderick did here. I like his push. Again, technique, crazy. But look at the push. Just got to get a more firm, more wide base. More wide base. But we'll take it. We'll take the effort. And again, like I mentioned, sometimes your running back's got to help the line. Gainwell helped the line here. He helped the line here. All right. Again, out in our big personnel. 12 personnel with Spencer Anderson as one of the tight ends. Send Calvin Austin across the line. Let's get it going. Now, right off the bat, you see Zach Frazier, guy crosses his face. Zach got to be better than that. The guy crosses his face, but he doesn't quit. He throws his shoulder and a little chicken wing in there. That's the first thing I noticed on this play. Guy crosses his face, but he doesn't quit, and he kind of jams him up. Okay. Not ideal, clearly. Lets the guy cross his face, but he jams him up. Siamalu sees it and helps. See, Siamalu's got a guy. He goes inside. He sticks his arm out and helps. And part of this, here's a problem. Look at the footwork here. Broderick steps on Siamalu's foot. He's got to step forward, number one. Can't be stepping sideways. You're trying to block somebody. Whichever foot you want to step with, depending on what the double team is, which I'm going to guess that the double team is here, which means this should be the foot that you step with. Not your right foot, but look at his right foot. Steps right on Siamalu. Siamalu can't get his foot going. But that's because Broderick steps with the wrong foot. See, Spencer Anderson steps with the right foot. And there we go. So Siamalu's in there, but they end up mashing that left side because look at Spencer Anderson, people. He's like, absolutely. Absolutely. And then we get Darnell Washington doing his job outside. He pins the outside backer. And little old Calvin Austin. And I'm going to come in here and block this safety. And let me jump cut. Absolutely. And again, you need your back to help you. Comes in up the middle. I'm reading. That's where it is. Boom. Boom. Almost a touchdown. I love the movement, though. The left side of the offensive line. I love the movement. And here's the thing. Nobody really even comes off on the middle backer. But like I say a lot of times, if you just stay on the double team, because basically what this ends up being is like a mash. It's like these three block these two, and they mash this up so much. He runs down in here. Well, he's got to go all the way around to try to make the play, and he doesn't make it. He doesn't make it. Frazier gets beat, but he doesn't quit. Siamalu, it's like a collection of I don't know, fortunes. Because Siamalu can't get off the snap because Broderick stepped on his foot, Siamalu's there to help Zach Frazier. So he does. They mash down that left side. Nobody comes off on the backer. We don't have to. It's almost a touchdown. So I like the play. I don't like how it starts. I don't like the footwork, but I love the effort. And we're just mashing them right here. That block by Calvin Austin is way underrated. Because the safety comes down. You see him right there. He's going to make this play. But Calvin Austin said, no, you're not. No, you're not. Love it. Okay. A lot of big boy football. A lot of Spencer Anderson in this game. I loved it. Toss. And this is our man, Caleb Johnson. So, what does Caleb Johnson see? He gets the ball right here. There's his path. He's got it. There's his path. He sees it. Now, let's go back to the line. Darnell gets out there. He's got Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner wants no part of Darnell Washington right here. He wants no part of that. No part of that. Okay? Now we go to the next. Spencer Anderson and Troy Fautanu. We get a scoop block right here. Let's scoop up to this guy. Let's see what happens. They stay on the double. Remember how I say it's important, and the linebacker will run to you, and he overruns it. But they stay on the double. Great. And Fautanu basically says, nah, come on over here. I got you. I got you, brother. I got you. And there's the lane. Only thing that I would say is I want Caleb to see it a little quicker. Because I'm right here, he's got it, and I'm sure what he sees, he's like, you know what, right here, and there's a guy there, but right here, he can cut back. But he keeps on the same path. And again, as a back, that's tough, because I'm sure he's like, hey, I can get out here. I can get there. Got to be faster than that, though. But then he sees different color, cuts back. It's a good run. It's a good run. This is some of the stuff we see. This is some of the stuff we see. Man, Mason McCormick. Whew. Whew. Mason McCormick takes the nose tackle and says, give me some. Frazier don't even really help him. McCormick's got his guy 5 yards down the line, 6 yards down. And you know McCormick, he's not going to stop. Now, his guy, you could say, well, his guy makes the tackle. Oh, all right, well, if he wants to make it 9 yards down the field, be my guest. As a nose tackle, if you're making the play 9 yards down the field, we'll live with it. Frazier gets that backer trying to come to backside. Because basically this linebacker is just being lazy. Like, why not scrape over the top and try to make the play? Instead, you try to come backside. He ain't making that play. But whatever. That's not our problem. He ain't making that play. We have people there. It's a good play right here. Nothing for Broderick to do. I'd like to see him cut this guy off on the backside. Because if he penetrates and he has to come back, he just basically lets the guy go. You can't let the guy go, Broderick. He's your guy. You have to cut him off. I mean, that 3 technique is you. Now, he gets caught up in the wash, but that's you. You know who we see here? Now, this is Roman Wilson. Out of here. Roman Wilson, you got to be more physical out here, though. You get ragdolled. But he gets up, throws a block on a defensive lineman. Or does the D lineman just run into him? Same difference. He's there. There he is. There he is. He's in the way. And what do I say? Sometimes it's better just to get in the way. And he's in the way. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it all day long. It's, again, another good football play by the Pittsburgh Steelers and their offense. Another good football play. I love it. I love it. And this one, the Steelers are really cooking right here. I want to start with our main man, Mason McCormick. No tackle help on this play as of yet. Oh, no, we're going to fold Wash into the mix. let's help Broderick out a little bit. They bring guys into the box. They basically got 8 guys. Well, 7 guys. So, no, they got 8. They got 8. Dallas Turner kind of out there a little bit, so he folds off. So now they got 7. You see the run blitz coming. They see it. We see it. Like, I don't know what they're calling out. They're yelling. They think somebody jumped. And I don't think Broderick jumps. Yeah, nobody jumps. They're just yelling. So 55 comes in. Zach Frazier, bang. Now, this play is just up the middle. This is just inside zone. Let's see what we can get. Siamalu comes off, but look at my man McCormick here. Let's just follow McCormick. Terrible hand placement, but it is what it is. You know, that's what he's going to be. Look at his hand. The defender gets to him first, but he's going to get to him first when your hands are low and you're outside. See that left hand? You can't see the right hand, but you can just assume it's probably in the same place, low and outside. But he doesn't quit. And he doesn't quit. And he keeps driving. And he keeps driving. And he keeps driving. I mean, the Steelers on this play, we're just going to run up the middle. Can we move somebody against their will? Go back to Zach Frazier. He sees a linebacker come in. Bang. Takes it on. Drives him into the dirt. Siamalu, same thing. He's got a one technique. I got you. Drives him. Look at Siamalu drives his man 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage is what the 40, 30, the 25-yard line right here. That's the line of scrimmage. And look where Siamalu ends up taking this man. The nose tech all by himself. And he wants no more part of it. He wants no more. He just backs out and turns away. He wants no more of it. Now, Broderick gives a hand to Darnell. I'd like to see him. See, that's the thing. Broderick, you got to be more physical than this. You got the linebacker. Go get him. But instead, he ducks his head. You cannot duck your head. See what you hit. He goes and ducks his head, and the guy just sidesteps him. I think this play gets 3 more yards if Broderick moves that linebacker. Because there's more of a wedge, and the guys can't get in there. He gets more leverage. But come on, Broderick. Here's your opportunity. Tee off on the guy. Just tee off on him. And Darnell stays. I just love that this line, there's no penetration whatsoever. Nobody seeping through. And we literally get 4 linemen end up on the pile. We just run straight ahead. I love it. And look at my man McCormick. Yeah. I love it. And we get 4 guys, well, I guess 3, including our running back. And the nose guard is just like, I don't want any more of this, man. I don't want any more of this. He just turns and runs. I love it. That was all day, ladies and gentlemen. That was all day by the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. When they got it going, they got it going. All right, people. Again, I appreciate everybody being in here. Thank you as always. Look, it wasn't perfect, But this week, we showed a lot more positive plays because there were a lot more positive plays. We didn't have to show as many negative plays. There really weren't that many positive plays to show previously. It was mostly negative. Not this week. You know, I'm going to call it right down the line. You guys know how I am. I'm going to say either it was good or bad. And we saw some bad. Even on the good plays, we saw some bad. But it was much more positive this week by the offensive line than it was negative. So I want to make sure that I'm being fair, that I'm calling things out the way that they are, the way that they should be called out, good or bad on both sides. So I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you as always, and I will talk to you soon. Aloha.